up, Mare?
It's good to be back.
Oh, my goodness. It's crazy. It's been like a week and life has been nuts. Fall is like officially here.
I know.
By the way, I'm Angie, Corley, and of course joined by the wonderful Mary.
Mary Keegan.
There's something about Mary.
Oh, Angie. You're so sweet.
You have a little glow.
I do.
Yeah, you do. What's happening? What'd you do?
This past weekend.
Is it married life that's catching up?
Married life,
Yeah.
I guess so. But yeah, I feel rested now.
Maybe
know?
that's it. After the wedding, so Mary, recently got married
asleep.
in Spain and has been traveling all over Europe. And yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe you're just like coming down off that high.
How was your week?
It was good. It's been busy.
Yeah.
It's like fall, it like picks up everything.
Yeah.
And then I feel like we have a minute to kind of calm down.
Yeah.
Before the holidays kick
I
back
know.
up. And I'm thinking about what am I going to do for Thanksgiving and like all those choices. Parents are coming next week. So there's a lot happening.
Oh,
yeah,
fun.
it's fun. Yeah, it's good.
Well, I had an interesting Monday. I wanted to tell you about it.
Uh-oh.
So my family has a group chat.
Okay.
My sisters and my parents called the Fam Jam.
What?
cute.
Okay. Love it.
So we get a text on Monday morning, just a photo of my oldest sister
Uh-oh.
jumping out of an airplane.
What?
Yeah. She went skydiving, didn't tell any of us.
She's in trouble.
I know. Katie, if you're out there.
Really?
Yeah. So I started my week, sweaty palms. I'm happy she's on the ground safe, but she's moving to
Good.
Denver this week.
Wow.
So you know I've got her all stacked up with the best finds from HSN.
Oh,
Girl, you
shop
already know.
time.
You
We can
already
ship
know.
it to her new address.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, if you're just joining us, we have a very special guest coming up.
We do.
Rhonda Shear.
Oh, I cannot wait to hear her story.
She's the queen of lingerie, she could have been like, I don't know, Miss Universe. Who knows?
Oh my gosh, she does it all.
She's such a sexy, like little muffin, a little kitten. We love her Abra, and I'm excited she's going to be joining us here on the podcast. So yes, Rhonda Shear is going to be coming up. But you mentioned shopping, right?
Yes.
So what did you find? Because, oh, girl, I got some good stuff this week.
So many good things.
All
But,
right.
Okay, so first I tuned into the live show with Chorus.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I brought in my Wild Rose serum just to
Is that
show
empty?
you.
Can I see that?
This is completely empty. I use this day in, day out.
Let me see.
Literally every single night. So I cleanse with a mild cleanser.
Uh-huh.
I'll put on my toner, and then every single night before I go to bed, I douse myself in that vitamin C serum. It's amazing. It's a serum.
Did you drink this? Why is it empty already?
I literally doused
You
my face.
OD'd on the
Yeah,
Wild
I know.
Rose.
So I brought it in to show you.
The smell is fabulous, but it feels
Yeah.
it's not greasy.
It's all natural. It's incredible. It's my favorite product. So I'm stocking up on that. They had a live show this week. And what else did I get? The olive oil hand soap.
Okay.
Incredible. Every time I have a
Really?
guest over, everyone says, "Where did you get this hand soap?" It smells just
And it feels good.
Feels so
I am, I'm a
soft.
big moisture nut. Like I
Yeah.
hate to be dry. So
Yeah.
anytime you find something, I love when we get to share because I hate being dry. So that's super
yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah. No, this serum, Angie, you really got to try it.
Oh, right.
Vitamin
Okay.
C.
Well, I can't
gets
use
rid of
that one because you
wrinkles.
used it all.
I know. I got to get
So-
another one. So that was on my
Greedy
list.
thing.
What about
All
you?
right. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm
All
ready.
right. Let me put it up.
Oh my God. Those are so
My
cute.
Birks arrived. I've been talking about the fact, like, can we do Birkenstocks just like Crocs?
Birkenstocks. You've been
What's
talking
that?
about it.
Birkin socks, right? That's going to be my new hashtag. When you subscribe below, make sure you tell me about your Birkin socks because I did it. What do you think? I did.
I think
skinny
it's adorable.
girl.
It is perfect for the season. Super cute. I loved how you tucked in your jeans.
I did. I
Cute.
did because they're super skinny. First of all, these are skinny girl jeans, which you've been rocking, and I had to say,
Oh, yeah.
all right, my girls, let me see what you got.
Yeah.
So I did it, and I just tucked them in,
Ooh.
and these socks are just warm, slouchy, big socks.
Where are your
Remind me of
socks
my.
from?
They're a little discount store.
Okay.
No, we're good. But they're perfect. I can tuck my pants in, and they remind me of my cheerleader days. I was a cheerleader where you had those big leg warmer looking
Right.
socks.
Yeah.
Tuck my jeans in, but let me tell you,
Comfy.
love.
cozy.
These are the.
Oh, can I see that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
These are the snake print Arizona sandals.
Wow.
Love them.
I love the
'em.
color. It's like a
See?
dusty pink.
Yeah, and it's like I forget. I think it's called wine, but they're metallic, and it's
Fun.
got rose gold accents.
So fun for fall.
Right. I said, here's my wine. Here's my, you told me, the must-have color.
Yeah.
Wine.
Yeah.
So I love them. That's it. This is what we're doing.
And what are you rocking up top?
A skinny girl, little one shoulder with my all bra.
That looks comfy.
This
cute.
feels like I'm in loungewear. And you know, I work from home sometimes. So I'm like, I just throw this on, push up the sleeves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, done. Good to
and
go.
you got a cute, what's that cute
This is my bra. My bra.
And I can't wait to hear more later
Only
on.
Rhonda would come up with a name that sounds like sexy, right?
I love
like almost
that.
feel like you have to bleep it out when you say bra.
Yeah.
But yeah, got an bra, and that's it. Chilling.
I
How
love the
about you?
color.
What are you wearing?
So I'm wearing G by Juliana. I've got
Those
this
sleeves are
super
everything.
cute puffy sleeves. I feel like are in for fall. We heard it, a couple weeks back when we were talking about the fall finds. I think with one of our hosts.
Who? Oh, gosh, we talked to
Michelle
everybody.
Yarn, sorry.
Oh, okay.
But puffy sleeves are in for fall. I've got this really cute little button detail on the side. And then I'm also rocking a Rhonda Shear tank. So comfy.
Now, does that have the bra in it? She's got a gazillion
it's a built-in
different
bra,
things. Okay.
And you don't have to wear a bra with it.
Really?
It's just comfy. Yeah.
But it's cute because I can't see through it. Like,
and it's
not that I'm trying to look through it, but you know what I mean? Like you want a tank that's
comfortable,
stretch,
and also
which she does.
so good for layering.
Yes. Okay. That's important. I love that.
And then I'm wearing a J. King bracelet.
He's on like all week.
Yeah.
He is just, I think he's breaking out even more. I mean, he's been here like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
But every time I watch him, his stories are just so compelling. Let me see that one.
Beautiful.
That's gorgeous. Look at the yellow.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's really pretty yellow stone.
Now that's reversible.
It is.
I see that.
Yeah. Inside is aqua
that's
stone.
cute.
Yeah. Really cute.
Oh, I like that. I like it. All right. We've got not only Rhonda Shear coming up in a second, talking about some bra, but I just want to share something. Okay. Let me see if I can take this off.
Oh my God. What bling is that, Angie?
All right. So here's a crazy story. So when I first started shopping, 10 plus years ago at HSN, I don't remember Carol being here, but Carol Brody, who I love, she's one of my favorite jewelry designers ever, right? So this is the first ring I ever bought. So I figured I'd wear it today because
I have to see this.
It's like
this is
so stand out.
Amazing.
This was my
over the top
very
beautiful.
first piece. So I hope, Carol Brody, if you're listening,
oh my gosh,
I hope that you will come on. And if somebody knows her or you follow, whatever, of course I follow her.
What is this stone in the middle?
Amethyst.
It's like this beautiful amethyst stone. Yeah.
That is my favorite ring
I love it.
ever.
Wow. Yeah. And you've got really pretty like stone detailing around it.
Diamonds. Those are
Really,
diamonds
really
around it.
pretty.
Sometimes I hate to wear it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, first of all, it sits up high. It looks like a block of ice cube.
It does.
Right? And you just put your finger through it. It's like the most unique ring I own.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous.
So Carol Brody, shout out to you. And by the way, what is she doing? She looks so good.
So good.
She's like in this happy place.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's just comfortable. But anyway, she's been on all week. So love her. This is Rarities, fine jewelry. Carol, love you. By the way, if you are checking us out, which you are, look down below because you can not only subscribe to check out Mary and I, but you can also, hey, if there's a designer or someone at HSN, you're like, hey, bring them in, talk to them. It's the comfort zone, right? You can bring them in and we'll talk to them. I love that.
So, Angie, I also want to tell you, I brought in some snacks today.
Girl, I'm so hungry. What do you have? Tell me, what do you have? I'm so greedy and hungry.
I got macaroons for us both. Okay.
How cute are these?
In my
are so
new
colorful.
Progressive Pro Keeper baking set.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, it's a 6-piece set.
Look at this. It has a measuring cup.
I know.
I mean, the little
so cool. So it comes with 6 pieces.
I love
Look at this
that.
one.
Oh, that's
Flour.
cool.
Yeah. So, when you're measuring flour, when you go to bake something and you don't level it out.
Yes.
This comes with a leveler in here.
What?
Yeah. So you're measuring correctly right here.
Oh my.
How cool is that?
Girl, if you don't stop it.
I know.
Oh my goodness, that's
So I brought the
genius.
macaroons. They're gonna last a lot longer. They're not gonna go stale in there. They're have a bite.
I'm breaking it. Did you get these from HSN too?
Oh,
No.
I ran a
Better not. Okay.
But yeah, and then there's this other one I wanted to show you.
Oh my gosh.
I got these for my sister because she is traveling, going to her new
Oh, her new city.
apartment. She's moving in. So the sugar pourer or the sugar keeper is super cool too because it has a pourer option. I think it's on that one. Yeah, so it makes it really easy to pour in.
Oh, like a little canister or whatever.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great for baking. I love the silicone top. And then it just snaps. Do you hear
by
that?
the way, I don't know how old these cookies are, but these macaroons are fabulous. These are really good.
And they're going to stay fresh, which I love.
I like that.
And then you can stack them up, make your kitchen look nice and tidy.
And you being a new wife, you better keep it tidy. Got to keep that.
Yeah.
Keep it. Wait, Mary, are you trying to tell me you're messy?
I'm not messy. I'm just not that organized. And this is
the exhale, girl.
This is helping me on my journey to organization.
Okay. All right. You gave me the exhale, which means I really am, but I don't want to tell you yet.
Yeah. So, so I just loved this find.
Yeah, that's really.
Aren't they awesome?
These are really cute. Sometimes you have like crackers, and I hate boxes in my cabinet.
Yeah.
So I take all the boxes of like Triscuits or whatever, Biscoff cookies or whatever it is, and I like to put them in these to keep them fresh because then there's little bugs they get in the cardboard boxes, which I hate.
Especially here in Florida.
Yes. So I take all that out. This is awesome.
And what I also love, when your sugar, if it's out stale, it turns into a rock.
That it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you keep it in here, keep it nice and fresh, close the lid, you're good to go.
I love it. Do you want a cookie? I'm eating all the.
Yeah. Let me take a bite.
Here on our podcast, we always have food. And my mom, hi mom, she's like, why are you always eating? I'm always eating on air, and I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put this down, but that's good. Fresh. That's good. I love that. All right, so this week, there's some new stuff coming up. Of course, you said Jay King is here all week because we love to give the highlights. Let me see who else. Jay King is gonna be coming up.
You know what else I tuned into? I think I briefly touched on it on our last show. But Jessica Simpson was here.
I saw her, Colleen.
Yeah. And I watched her shop to it on, I love YouTube.
I didn't see
HSN
that.
has a YouTube page. That's the way that I watch HSN.
You watch everything?
I tune in on YouTube all the time.
Smart.
So I watched Shop to It. It was a cute 2-minute segment with Jessica Simpson. She gave all of her favorite fall fashion finds. She has this hiking boot. So good. It's lined with fur. Really cute.
Let me look that one
Yeah,
up.
I'm going to get that for my sister when she goes to Colorado.
That's cute.
Yeah, way cute.
I'm excited. I'll check that out. Also, of course, my girl, Cara Brody, who I talked about with loving her. But Iris is back. Iris Apfel is coming up this week.
I cannot wait to see Iris.
She is such a doll, literally. She has a doll. She is a doll. And she's like snappy. She's so stylish. She's truly, let me first say, she's an icon. So the fact that Iris Apfel is here at HSN is like so cool that, we get to watch her, get her fashions, her jewelry. Have you ever bought any of her pieces?
Her jewelry.
I like big and chunky, as you can tell.
Statement jewelry.
Yes.
Is her thing.
Like line it up. She's like, the more, the better.
The more, the better.
On Netflix or documentary.
I think she calls herself a maxista or a
Maxinista?
Maxinista.
She's the rare bird, as she says too, of like fashion because she is. She's special. Like when you wear her pieces, you're going to stand out.
Yeah, totally.
And you're going to be kind of one of a kind, which is good. I wanted to ask you, being that you're recently married, I know Ring I saw is coming up. I saw the program guide. Do you have any kind of video, doorbell, record, you touch my house and I'm going to capture you on camera type of system?
Okay, it's really funny you ask me because yesterday HSN had a pre-sale for the ring, and I bought the ring for my house for the first time. Yeah, and it comes. I wanted the black, but it actually comes with both colors, so you can just put on the
the faceplate.
The faceplate, yeah. So the reason why I bought it, besides I've heard wonderful things.
Yes,
my in-laws were in town. My dog got loose a couple weeks ago while we were gone. My next door neighbor said her ring went off, and they looked in and they saw my dog wandering into her house.
Get out!
So after that, I was like, okay, tell me more about the ring. And I saw that it was on special yesterday, or pre-sale.
Pre-sale.
So I bought it.
I have one, but I'm thinking about adding to it. So I love it. So as soon as you press the button, and it has a distinctive, sorry, is that your foot? Okay, so I'm so sorry, I'm kicking your foot under the table. But it has a distinctive ring.
Yeah.
And then it will start recording. So I can go back later. Let's say we're here and I'm like, wait, who's at the door? Oh, and then I can talk through the app, if I'm on Wi-Fi, and say, hi, yeah, I'm unavailable right now. Or can you put it at the back door? Or someone's coming down to sign, whatever the case is. Love it. Yeah. I love it. But what I want to do is add to it. So I've been thinking about adding, they have indoor and outdoor cameras, floodlights, and like just making it a complete home system. Because we have some cameras inside the house, interior cameras or whatever. So I'm thinking about adding to it. So I was going to ask you about that. So I'm going to check it out. Yeah. Because I love that the whole system, when it works together. So I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, and I saw that in the guide. I'm like, oh, yeah. I got to check that out.
Yeah, there's some awesome home items. Which of, I wanted to share one more item that I bought this week. I got you a set.
What?
Yes, the Turkish.
What?
You gotta check
these out. You are such a boss. Oh,
the Turkish cotton set towels. So my in-laws were in town, and I was like, I need to get them a fresh new towel set. And I got this really, really pretty deep purple, and I love.
These are Turkish towels?
Yeah, Turkish. So soft, right?
I love this. The loop is really nice.
Yeah, the quality is just the best.
Mary, thank you for sharing.
Of course.
Okay, this is like to be really personal.
Yeah.
Towels, meaning like I have a set of towels for us, and then when people come, there's like guest towels. You know what I mean? Like I don't like to float the towels. I like to have my own towels because it is a little personal.
You want your guests to feel at home. And when we recently bought our house, and when we bought it, our real estate agent monogrammed our towels, and it's such a special little touch for a gift or, a birthday. So.
Thank you. Yeah, I will tell you next week about the towels. Are these concierge collection? Wait, let me see. Concierge collection. Yes. Of course, they better be. Right, all exclusive here at HSN, which is so cool. And I got to say, the pattern on these.
Aren't they so pretty?
That's really cool. Look at that.
I love the deep purple.
That's so rich and royal looking.
I think there's a deep navy and white as well. So good.
I'm going to go take a shower. I'll be right back. That's so cool. I love that. All right. So big stuff happening. Mary and I, by the way, that we've got Rhonda Shear.
Rhonda Shear.
I feel like I need to pump my hair up. And because have you seen any of her old stuff? Big hair. Big personality.
Yeah.
I've met her before. And let me tell you, she's so cool. But here we get to go beyond.
We get to hear her story.
Yes. Yeah. Which is cool. So if before we get into her, if there's anyone that you would love for Mary and I to talk to interview, to bring into the cast,
let us know.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? This is your cast. It's us. We love HSN. We shop here. We are you. So that's really, really, really cool. So that'll be fun. Rhonda Shear coming up in a few minutes. The Queen of Lingerie and the Abra.
The Abra. Stay tuned, everyone.
The Abra. Did I add an R? The Abra. It's weird as I eat your macaroons. I love it. All right. Stay tuned. I feel like I should brush my teeth because all the sugar in my mouth. But it's so good. Rhonda Shear coming up. Podcast right here. Mary and Angie. Don't move. Okay.
All right.
Rhonda Shear is here.
How many bad words can you say or not say?
As many as you want.
What?
Like this is not like on air.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't even.
This is a safe zone.
I've been dying to say naughty words.
Like, what is your word?
Well, wait. I mean, I don't.
We'll beat
it has
out.
to come out naturally. I'm just not gonna.
How many letters?
Not gonna just say the F word like randomly. But the thing is, I have to say that I have never been bleeped on air for saying a bad word. And I did stand-up comedy my entire career where I said bad words, and I think that's a testimony to me that I know how far to walk without falling in.
That's restraint. Because I'd lose it. When I'm angry, I'm like, oh, it came out. I'm sorry. If there's little kids in the room, forgive me. But you know what my favorite four-letter word is?
What?
Starts with an F.
Okay.
It's food.
Oh, that's my favorite four-letter word, too. That is definitely my favorite four-letter word.
I held my breath.
Food is my favorite four-letter word. The other F is my favorite word to say.
Doesn't it? It's a release.
It is. So the thing is, you have to be so politically correct now. Well, we have, our offices and our corporate offices and our warehouses are right here, like very close to HSN.
Right.
So any new employee, we have to warn them about me. I go, okay, if you get like upset really easily, Rhonda's going to say some bad words. So usually I just walk in and I get it all out. And they're like,
Good for
fine.
you. You got to let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
They're cool with it.
So 17 years.
Almost 17. I can't believe it.
How does that even happen to go from, I mean, Mary, her resume, as we know, is just so illustrious. Should we tell everyone, in case you don't know, from Miss Louisiana, 1975, ran for, you had a political career,
I
maybe,
did.
you know.
I did.
Really? What did you run for?
Well, it was in New Orleans. I ran for what's called Registrar of Conveyances, which records all the real estate deeds. Ooh. It's not like an exciting office, but I was the first woman and the youngest woman to ever run in Louisiana. So that was really cool. And I almost thought about running again here. And I'm like, what am I doing? No, I don't want to get involved in this stuff now.
Like you don't have enough on your plate, right? Being a superwoman.
But I love doing things for the community. So that's kind of fun.
I mean, a wife. A wife. Of course, a designer. A businesswoman, an entrepreneur, let's see, an author, a comedian, beauty queen,
yes,
award winner. I mean, we really could go on. Does it sound weird?
No, it's just a lifetime of stuff. You know, people say you've done so much. I'm like, but I'm really old, so I've packed a lot in. And here's the weird thing about me, and I think a lot of people who have type A personalities, it's like you never feel like you've reached that goal. So I still have dreams about not being able to get a term paper to a class. And they say that is a dream about like not achieving your ultimate goal. So at my age, I still feel like I have that. And I think that's good for me because I could never be one to sit and retire. I'd be so bored. I mean, I do like to sit on the couch and snack with my dog. I do take more of those breaks than I used to, but I do still want to accomplish.
Right. What's on your list? What's on your to-do list right now? If I went in your bag, let me see. Can I go through your bag?
Sure, but I don't think there's anything exciting.
No, you better look. This is Rhonda Shear's bag. There's no telling what might jump out.
There's no more Tampax, girls. That is gone. No, here, look. You're going to look in there. But it's an Hermes bag from Italy.
You're not getting this back.
Yeah.
The leather's nice.
I know. And it doesn't have a label. It's just a nice bag.
It's clean. You could have got this from like the Saturday morning market in St. Pete.
I love the Saturday morning market. I like any market. I like to dig. I like to dig for things.
Oh, look. Oh, okay.
I've got several phones.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
She's got her.
You've got my mirror on the back of my cell phone. That's very important.
It's not the 11. Are you going to get the 11?
I already have it at home. Oh, I'm one of those. My husband doesn't know about it.
You've got a case, no phone.
No, but that case is like it's a double case because I run through my battery so much.
Oh, smart. That's really smart. That's awesome. I love the blush. You're in the blush too.
Like I don't even use the computer. It's all about my phone. I just my little tiny travel wallet.
That's money.
It's so boring.
It's pretty boring. This is not
really,
even. Mary, do you want? There's nothing.
You don't want to see what's in my bag.
Sometimes I have all kinds of crap in there. Sometimes, but right now it's kind of boring.
Yeah. Okay, Rhonda, can you take us back to the very, very beginning, even before the pageant
dancing
life?
school?
Okay, tell us about dancing school.
I
want to hear about it.
Contortionist. People go, that's really
what?
Weird. I was contortionist acrobatic, and I started in dancing school, and I loved the stage from the moment I was on it. And everybody thought my mother was the pageant mother, but it was not my mother. I mean, she went along with it, which was great because my parents went along with it, and everything, all my dreams that I wanted to follow. That, thank goodness, I had those kind of parents. But the pageants led to little local commercials in New Orleans where I was born, which is already a weird place to come from. Mm-hmm. I mean, you think Mardi Gras and go cups with alcohol are normal. You think strip clubs, well, I mean, now I guess that's normal, but back then, Bourbon Street, you thought, it's just such an interesting city to grow up in.
So your sippy cup growing up was a red cup that we take to parties.
It was a what do you call the Pat O'Brien's Hurricane? Exactly.
Right.
So it's just a really interesting city. So, but I did local commercials, and that led to pageants. Mm-hmm. And I didn't do pageants until I was a teenager. I mean, didn't do the kiddie. I don't think that's normal when they put little babies in pageants. But the reason why I did pageants is I wanted to be Miss Dance of Louisiana, which was about dancing. Because at that time, I wanted to major in choreography, and it was all about dance. But then I entered the first pageant, and I got my first taste of winning, and that was it. And by the way, my first taste of winning wasn't so much about winning. It was about the crown and the tiara was like really cool. and the trophy. I was like, this is really cool. I wanted more of those. And then it started a camaraderie with all the girls, the local girls. I have these local pageants. And then that led to me. I actually was 3 Miss Louisianas, for Miss World, Miss USA, and Miss International. So 3 years. And my mother always wanted me to be Miss Louisiana for the Miss America pageant.
Right.
I never got that one. That was the one thing my mother wanted. She wanted me in the Miss America pageant because I danced. And so when I first got to LA, I'm just jumping ahead. I wanted to act. And after I ran for office and after that was a fluke, but I ran for office and after I finished college, I went out to LA. And the first thing I did, I was done with pageants, but I didn't know how to do anything else to get noticed.
Okay.
I entered pageants again and I won Miss Hollywood, which led to the Miss America pageant in California, but I never did that. And then I just started meeting people. The pageants introduced me to casting directors and producers and I had my Me Too moments. I mean, if you read my book, it talks about that. But I mean, I just think I found my way through a sea of all that by kind of flirting and pushing away. Like you had to navigate that back then. Well, you had to navigate. Yeah. There was nobody to tell anything to. You would have been blackballed in Hollywood, if people would put things in front of you. I never went that way, so I always kid and say I probably would have been a star if I would have, but I never did. But I didn't know anybody. I did it on my own terms.
It seems like that would have been cool to kind of use your comedic response.
That's what I
to
did.
kind of play off of someone saying, "Hey, get on my couch" or whatever.
Let me tell you, nothing turns off a man more than laughing.
Yeah.
In the moment when he doesn't want laughter.
Wow.
And I figured that out. And actually, comedy was what I used, and comedic language, because it's a big turn. I mean, it's a turn on to an audience, but not a turn on to a guy.
Right.
In that moment when he's feeling it. So I actually did use that, and that became like my defense mechanism.
Good for you.
Wow.
So my book is the name of my. I should have brought it today, but anyway, the name of my book is Up All Night, which was the name of my show, but it was from Hollywood bombshell to lingerie mogul, and what it took to get there. And it was actually I was actually called Accidental Feminist. And that's what I was, because I was doing all this stuff that you don't have to look like whatever our opinion of, or back then was an opinion of a feminist. You don't have to look a certain way to actually be a feminist and get your way. And so I did, and I'm still doing it.
You are.
I'm still doing it. I'm still, and I love designing for women, because hearing women, call in or Facebook or testimonial saying, "Thank you, you've helped me through breast cancer." Like, I didn't realize it when I started out, but that a lot of my bras help women, and we don't make medical bras, but we may tiptoe into that world, because so many women after breast cancer use the bras and they put either a prosthesis in there or it's just comfortable after different surgeries. So it's been, that's an amazing high for me when I get those phone calls.
Yes.
So I feel like a woman again, and my husband's turned on to me. And so there is a little romance involved with my business, which I wish I could see. I can talk about that here on
That's
air,
right.
not as much, because, intimate apparel and romance do go together, not only about just feeling good and feeling comfortable.
So they call you the queen of lingerie. Do you accept that crown?
Love. I do accept that crown, and I never except that I was put into very uncomfortable intimate apparel in my days in Hollywood, because I always played the femme fatale. I tried not to. I tried to be the girl next door, but I never. I mean, I was just never cast as that girl.
Was it your body? Was it your beautiful big hair? Was it the make? What was it?
I think it was. I mean, I was once told by a casting director that my mouth moved too sexy.
Really?
I'm like, okay, that's really weird. But anyway, so I think it was just, a little bit of my New Orleans background, a little gumbo in my life. My mom was a very sensuous woman, and she used flirting, and I don't mean she was just, my mother would be standing in the kitchen cooking with high heels on, and she would have this, my mother was always like, let him look, but don't let him touch kind of girl.
Yeah.
So I think when you hear that, so I think it was a little bit of the way I moved. I think it was a little bit of the way my Southern background, my little bit of a flirtatious way. And I was always curvy. Even when I was a size 2, I was always a very curvy person. So I just didn't fit into that girl next door look. I tried, but it didn't work.
Right.
Well, speaking of being that, sexy with things you naturally do, your childhood sweetheart has been your husband, Van.
For almost 20 years now.
Please tell us that story.
That story is the best story. And it's the story of our business, which is Shear Enterprises. So little Van Fagan, whose picture was always under my mother's nightstand her whole life from the time we met when we were 12 and 13.
Oh my gosh.
Such a bad boy.
Was he fresh?
He was fresh. I didn't know it.
You were like,
we waited, but he did take my virginity, that bad boy, and he had to make it right. And every time he buys me a pair of jewelry or something, I'm like, you're still making that right, because you were bad.
Because I've seen some of your jewelry. Whoa. That's not for sale on HSN.
He knows what I like. And anyway, long story short, he was my first love, and we really loved each other. I know that sounds crazy, but at 12 and 13 we met, of course, and then we played together. I mean, my mom, we had a swimming pool at my house. All the kids were over there. Then there was high school sorority and fraternities, and I was like the sweetheart, and he was the, whatever he was, the president, and it was a big deal back in New Orleans. So we grew up together. We kind of grew up, and then we really fell in love. And at 16, we were going to get married. We were going to run off and get married.
What?
But then boys started calling me, and then he got mad.
Oh, jealousy.
And then he came over to my house one day and knocked on the door, and my mother answered, and I was supposed to be there. And he goes, "Where?" And my mother always covered for me, right? He always blamed it on my mother, but it wasn't my mother, it was me. Anyway, don't tell him. So
I won't.
She goes, "Rhonda's not here." Well, I just spoke to her. She was supposed to be here. Well, I was out with Nikki Christina, who he hated. If you said the name right now today to Van, he would seethe over Nikki Christina, who was a short term. He was like a bad boy, had the bad car, and he was.
So you were
bad boy.
Yes.
Back in that day, we called them hoods and frats. So he was a hood.
Okay.
So and Van was the frat boy. So, but Nikki was the hood, and he was like, and he sang
Something
to me.
about him.
I didn't love him, but he was just kind of cute and kind of sexy.
Right. He made your palms sweat, maybe.
He made my palms sweat, and that was it. Van was stubborn. He only boy in my life that broke my heart.
Was
Truly,
Van
was
your
Van.
current husband?
My current husband broke up with me, and I begged him to go back. I did, and he would not. Stubborn as he still is today, which is why I can't walk over him, which is why I think our marriage is so strong.
That's because you're strong.
As I'm strong, and I needed
Rhonda,
a strong
you're
guy.
Yeah. Well, Mary just got married not too long ago. Any marriage advice?
Always date your husband. Always date him.
Keep him
And here's
spicy.
something my mother said, which I know would not go by today's standards in the world of women, but I'm going to say it anyway, because here we can say anything.
That's right.
You can.
Never say no.
Oh.
Now, I mean, there's times, when, whatever.
Right.
But,
Keep it
men
spicy.
are really simple. They like food and sex. And
Hello.
They do. And so when I mean, obviously there's times, but, you don't really want to reject your husband. You always want to be there for him. My mother would be mortified that I walk around the house the way I do, not made up, because she was always like made up. I'm not saying you have to go that far, but keep it spicy. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Do you wear your bra around the house, or are we like
I do.
the pinup panty, or are we like I'm thinking all the stuff in my drawer?
I do.
Do you?
I do. Well, I like my stuff because it's comfortable.
Yes.
I love my line. So I wear I'm an bra girl. I sleep in it because my girls are big, so they need help at night, or else they would slap Van out of bed, and that wouldn't be good.
Well, my girls are small, but I still love the bra.
Thank you. It's so comfortable.
It
And
is.
so
So
many
comfy.
women love it, and it really makes
love
me
it.
feel
We
good.
love it.
We almost felt, we were talking earlier, Mary and I was like, I almost feel bad saying, it just, that exudes sexiness already. And
It does.
I sleep in mine as well. I love it.
Thank you. I love this business because
Yeah.
it is sexy, even though I know I talk about on air being functional and practical, and it is. And 99% of us need to wear some sort of foundation, and foundation really is where your fashion starts. And so I always talk about that on air, but it really is part of being a woman and feeling great. I was just in Italy for a vacation, and the bad part is I ended up in the hospital in Italy with the flu, their flu, not our flu. Don't
Is that
catch the
worse?
Italian. It is. It was bad. It was bad. So it was at the end of our trip, and it was like 2 days I ended up with. It was horrible. But anyway, the good part was I talked to in broken English, I was speaking to this young doctor, female doctor, and she asked me what I did, and I told her we were in the intimate apparel business and I design, and she said, she loved it. I mean, her eyes just lit up, and she's a pretty young doctor. She goes, my grandmother always taught me that I am a strong woman, I am a doctor, but always to dress sensual underneath just for me, because it exudes confidence and strength. And I love that, because I do find Italian women and even French women, I went to France, take their lingerie and intimate apparel very seriously. And I think it is more about what's going on underneath. And even back when I was on Up All Night, some of my crew members back then were female, and that was before they had a lot of female crew members in the early 90s. And I had this one crew member, she'd always be in flannel and big jeans and, like, dressing like a guy. And she said, you may think I'm dressing like a guy. And then she pulled me into the ladies' room, but look what's underneath. Push-up bra.
Wow.
Wait, back then, she had on stockings and garters.
Get out.
She said, because this empowers me in a world of all men, and I know I have it on, and I know I have it going on, and I'm, in their world, but I'm talented.
Right.
And I just never forgot that.
I love
So
that.
it's like a little secret, secret, It doesn't mean you always have to wear a push-up bra, but I think just having a little something going on keeps us...
I need to match. I feel bad if, my bra, if it doesn't match, I don't feel right. I just don't feel put together.
Really?
Yes.
I know.
I'm the opposite.
I love match.
I actually don't match.
Really?
Yeah. It's okay.
What about you? Do you match?
Well, we do colors where we can kind of that could be my phone or your phone.
Oh. Check your. I should go back in your bag.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am because I have to be doing everything or I'm not happy. Right. I'm not happy unless I'm planning parties. I think that comes from my New Orleans. Really? So the SPCA, I love animals. I have 4 right now. I've had 6. They have my heart. They're my little heartbeats. But anyway, I am the chairperson for this SPCA gala, and we sold out. Weeks ahead, it's over 700 people. So right now we're getting to the home stretch of the event, and I'm getting a lot of last minute, and people are last minute donating these incredible items, and I'm like, so my phone's blowing up, but I'm excited. So they came to me because they're like, Rhonda, we heard you know how to throw a party, and I'm like, oh, you don't want to even come here unless this is going to be a party.
Right. Yeah,
I mean, I'm going to pick out caterers and people that you're not going to like. This is going to cost money, but we're going to make money because you have to spend money to make money.
That's right.
And they are making. The most they'd ever made in an event was $40,000, and we were projected at this point to make almost $300,000.
Rhonda, how do we get more info?
It's just spcatampabay.org.
That's
amazing.
Fabulous.
I know, I'm
What dogs
excited.
do you have? Or you have?
I have 4 chihuahuas right now, and 2 are long hair and 2 are short hair, and they're my heartbeats.
Yeah.
And I lost 3 last year. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. But I love, and half of mine are adopted. A couple, they were bred dogs because I wanted the long-haired chihuahuas. Yeah. They're so naughty.
My sister has a long-haired chihuahua.
They're so naughty. I think that's why my husband and I I'm like,
yeah,
why do we like these bad dogs? I mean, they try to nip people's feet.
There's such a bad side to you. I love that.
There is a naughty. I'm a Scorpio too, and Scorpios.
I've heard. One of my best friends. Yeah, I heard about y'all.
But we're loyal. Like we're loyal to. Like somebody started talking about a friend of mine, and I went nuts on this person because I am loyal. I will be there for you. And Scorpios are like that. Mm-hmm. When we get mad, our tail goes up, but then it usually goes down very quickly, and we forget why we were mad, which is a good thing. But I love being a woman. I love being an entrepreneur. I love being married. So let me quickly finish the story about Van and I. Okay. So Van and I, who was my high school sweetheart, he got jealous. We broke up, and then this rat, 25 years later. Didn't know my story. I have to say, never cheated. His ex and him, they just grew apart. And she actually wanted out. I mean, she was very different. I mean, Van and I are so much alike, but not alike. Mm-hmm. They were so different. I mean, so anyway, long story short, he's got, I have 2 stepchildren. Now I have 6 grandchildren. So my life is very full with that. But at the time I didn't have any kids and I wasn't used to, I have these stepchildren. I'm like, oh, what do I do with all this? But he came to me through classmates.com. And I'm like, I called him. Yeah, I know. I know it's not, it might be around, but back then it was like one of the first.
It was like MySpace and then Facebook came along. But yeah, I remember seeing class.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, again, we're almost 20 years married, 19 this January. So he reaches out to me, and I had a boyfriend at that time. I was with a guy for 14 years in LA, never married him, but long-term comic. And so this guy that came along after him was like my interim boyfriend. Mm-hmm. I was
fill in the blanks.
Fill in the blanks. And I was having a good time. And so I was like thin, and I was like feeling really good. I was over 40, but I was feeling really good about myself, very confident. And I see Van Fagan pop up, and I went, I was still mad at him about Nikki Christina. So he pops up, and I'm like, I want to see him. I want to mess with him. Yeah. Because that's a bad side of me. Mm-hmm. So he starts emailing me, and he says, so what have you been doing? And I said, I've been waiting for you all my life. So,
Good line.
And he buys it, And so then I go,
oh, no, that's even worse.
Because he gave me his pager number, his home number, or his office, so I knew he wasn't married. And I said, so why don't you come out to see me tomorrow? He goes, okay. See, what I love about him is he is spontaneous. Ooh. But he really meant it. Like he got his tickets and was ready.
So was he in New Orleans?
No, he Lafayette. So outside, he had moved outside but he had built his own house. What I love about Vanny is like a man's man. Like he could do anything. He's just one of those guys. Right. But anyway, I'm looking at my boyfriend at the time who looks like Richard Gere, young Richard Gere, really cute. And we're both sitting in my apartment, and he knows I'm messing with an old boyfriend. And I go, I think I kind of want to see this guy. I think it'd be fun to see the first guy I ever kissed. I didn't tell him about the rest. And he goes, oh yeah, I'm sure you're going to want to be with him. He's fat, he's bald, he shops at Piggly Wiggly. And the Piggly Wiggly thing was the thing that got me, I think. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to shop at Piggly Wiggly. And I'm into Publix. So anyway, I broke the date at 3 a.m. and Van goes, you're just like you used to be. You're just like you used to be. God. So then he starts writing me notes like, you're missing out on the sexiest man alive. And I go, well, that's nervy. I've been on TV. You've been watching me all these years. I don't know what you look like, but I thought that was awful cocky. Yeah. So then I had to meet him. Took us 3 months. We met in New Orleans. He came to my mom's house. I came out of the back room. I saw him. That was it.
Oh, what?
15 days later, we eloped.
No way. What?
Oh, how
so what did you see when you came out from your mom's house?
It was that connection. It was crazy. Wow. I mean, I forgot all the reasons I was mad at him for a moment. And then, I messed with him a little bit. And
right on.
It was kind of sexy.
Wow.
And I forgot that he was stubborn. I forgot all the reasons why things didn't work out. And I never looked back. And in the beginning, we had and it's all in my book, we had financial difficulties. That was never a problem for us.
Yes.
It was never, the stepkids in the beginning were a little difficult because they were trying to make my life miserable just because, they always want their parents to go back. But then, oh my God, we're so close now and I have such a great relationship with them. Wow. So I navigated through that. It was all good. And then we started this business together. He wanted to make up for lost time.
Right.
And so we've had a blast. And he was in the software business. He goes, I didn't know I was going to be in the software. And the thing is about Van, he's such a great businessman because he had several businesses. And his ex was like, we would have had all those businesses, but she didn't care about it. Right. This is also part of being sexy, like supporting your husband, supporting what he does. And I would have supported those businesses, but she didn't care, so she didn't have any interest. So we just started this together, and literally we packed our own bags. We found our manufacturers. In the beginning, we actually didn't even have manufacturers. In the very early beginning, we found product and labeled it. I'm talking about very early. And then, but we did everything ourselves. So we know how to do everything.
How
labels. Sewed things in, sewed our own labels in, packed, counted. Wow. So we started this and then we kept putting our own money in. So so HSN, this is a funny story. So I send my things to HSN. Someone knew me from Up All Night. They had a small category of intimate apparel and shapewear. That person had left and actually gone to QVC, which is now HSN. But anyway, at the time, HSN was open. And just by luck, I sent my things and my bio at the right time. And they said, well, we'll try you. So they gave us 10 minutes on air and we sold out fast. Wow. So the buyers call us into their office. I'm used to showbiz and, being my own boss and all this. And so they call us in, and my husband, of course, understands the business side. And they're like, when can you be back on? And I'm like, next week. And he's kicking me going, we need product. And I'm like, product? I just, I'm in show business.
Right. You'll make it happen.
I'll dance. I'll tell stories. But
how does that work? You two working together and you're married. Is that awkward? Who's the boss? Who's in charge?
That's really funny. It's really, really equal. But I let him handle the financial side because I'm really bad with, I understand it, but I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with that side and banks and all that. Although in the beginning we didn't have, we own our own company. Yeah. We didn't even use a bank for many years. And now we're obviously large enough that we have that if we need that credit line. But what's really cool is, and I always tell young entrepreneurs, because I speak in front of a lot of colleges, and just go for it and do it. And you just have to save your money and keep putting it back in. And even if you start at the Saturday fair, wherever you start. Don't be afraid to put it out there. Don't be afraid of someone else having your product. Because by the way, like Abra was knocked off instantly. I was mortified. But that happens. That happens. And not only just one, many companies, and and people did make money off of it. And now I don't even worry about that. I'm like, you just have to be the first to market and the best.
Right.
And there's only one me.
Did you know that this was the market you wanted to get into, an intimate?
I did. Apparel? And it all came from when I was on I have to say that, Up All Night, that I spent a lot of time in lingerie because that was my idea to keep people tuned into these really, back then, bad B films. And that in between this interstitial programming that I was doing, the sketches, that I'd wear sexy little clothes. I mean, it was basic cable. It wasn't anything that you were seeing, but I would wear little intimate, little cute little outfits and bras and panties. Not just, still things that teenagers could watch, even though back then I have so many people saying, oh my goodness, I used to sneak and watch you. And I'm like, well, nothing was really, actually, my part of the show was when they took out the bad stuff of the films. When they cut it, they would give us more time. But anyway, I was stuffed into a lot of really yucky stuff. And I always just thought, maybe it goes back to my mom, that I loved, intimate apparel, but it was never that comfortable. So I just wanted Van to building a website and to sell online. And then what happened is we came to HSN and then we moved here because we thought if we moved here, our business would grow. And it did, because back then they would drop me in to places where if somebody else's product fell out or somebody couldn't make it or whatever.
Because you were like right here then.
Because we moved here. So we took chances that other people, I always say that, be nimble, be ready to do things. A lot of people won't move. To this day, I know vendors and guests that don't move. I'm like, just move here.
Exactly. Or get a place here.
Get a place.
Yes, in Florida. Like, how bad could it be?
And we fell in love with it. And we've been here now, since 2003, and we love it. Yeah. So if you're going to be in business, you have to just go for it. Or anything in life.
Right.
Even the marriage. I did it in 15 days and didn't look back.
Gosh, amazing.
Not that we didn't have a few fights, but it's a great marriage.
What was your defining moment? Was it up all night, being on the show, being this sexy, funny lady?
I think my whole life is a defining moment. And I've talked about this too, because running for public office or having a job that I didn't even like, I think when kids tell me, well, I hate the job I have, whatever. I'm like, I promise you, you will walk away from that with experience and you will use that. And don't burn a bridge. Every contact that you make, you will use. I still have contacts from LA that are still in my life. So just it's like no one would know Rolodex, but it would be your lifetime of contacts and jobs and things that you've done. And my stand-up comedy, I think, probably helped me more than anything, because I didn't have a sales background. So when I first came to HSN, I didn't know, you're selling.
Were you cracking jokes?
I was actually. I was trying to write about my bras and panties in the beginning, but put in jokes. I'm like, this really doesn't work. So, but I think I'm naturally entertaining. So I just started being myself. And I feel like that's what connects with my ladies out there, that I have gals that have been shopping with me since the day one, which is really cool. You can't beat that. Yeah. And I've never sold or really, done a hard, I don't even know how to, because my background is, again, stand-up comedy. You have to move fast, and you're used to hecklers, and you're used to thinking fast, and live TV. You never know what's going to happen. But I love live TV, and I love not knowing what's going to happen. I think that's kind of fun.
Do you still do stand-up?
I don't. I dabbled in it for years, and then I think you have to be really hungry, and you have to be, you have to keep writing. And I have friends that are still in it, and when I see them perform, I'm like, I'm kind of jealous.
You miss it.
I kind of miss it.
Like a go-to joke?
No, because I just told stories. Yeah, I just told stories. See, I couldn't even from my act, I couldn't pull anything out right now, because everything was just observational about my own life. Right. And so I have friends that's doing a tour of women of a certain age. And it's so funny, because female comics got such a bad rap when I started. There was hardly a few. And now these gals that have been on the road their whole life, my age, around my age, my, vintage, they are doing their thing of women of a certain age. And I'm so happy, because they're getting to tell these stories, and they're getting the respect, and they're getting Showtime specials.
There's a lot of them out. Do you have a comedian that's your favorite?
I don't either, because I respect female comics would get such a bad rap. Women aren't funny. Women have a higher voice, or not like men. This is all I ever heard. I always went into jobs and things where people told me no. It's so weird. I was told, you can't be funny because you're too pretty, or you're too sexy, or whatever. You can't run for office because you're the same things. And so whenever somebody would tell me no, I think they had this thing in me that I had to try it. So I did win respect. And my timing maybe was always a little off, because people have come along after me who were very attractive women, have like Chelsea Handler, what's the gal that she came from Playboy? So many women now.
Kendra? No.
A beautiful blonde. I can't think of her name, and it's right there. She actually thanked me in the beginning and said she just hosted the Emmys. blanking. It'll come.
Okay.
But, so many women who, if they looked a certain way, they're like, you can't be funny. That's so not true. And it's so accepted now. So if I would have been just a little bit, I think my timing is always, I think I either should have been in the 50s, like in the Marilyn Monroe days.
Right.
Or like now where it's accepted. But somehow I kind of missed it. But it's fine. I'm all good because I'm doing what I really, really love.
Did you feel like as a woman in business and with your own company that you faced maybe more challenges?
Absolutely. And even when we started this, people were like, well, you can't do this. There's so many businesses out there. There's so many brands. How are you going to compete with this brand and that brand? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going to do what I want to do. I never really copied anybody else's line. When I first started, the seamless, which the bra is made out of a seamless fabric that's made on a really cool machine called the Santoni machine. I won't get into that stuff, but they had started to dabble in it. They were doing like bras for kids, that a few companies handled. And I saw this fabric and I went, this is really cool. But they hadn't done like a full range line, there's just a little bit. So I went to a manufacturer, a factory in Canada, and I worked with them until we actually developed the bra. And then we developed some other and they were small. Mm-hmm. And this company, this factory, which was really cool because a lot of the big factories wouldn't work with us, because the intimate apparel business, you have to do so many pieces, thousands and thousands of pieces, and HSN was only asking in our beginning days for maybe 1,000 or a few hundred. Oh. So then factories will just say no. So we found this cool factory that was a young person that was just starting out, and he worked with us and he developed with us, and that's how we kept finding these factories that would work with us. So you just keep going till you find people that are like you, and you'll find someone who will and I tell this to people all the time, wherever you have to go to find it, you'll find it. So we won awards. Even I won an award from HSN that back then they gave the most innovative product for Abra. Wow. I won Woman of the Year, Enterprise and Woman of the Year. It was very cool. I mean, even though Van is in business with me, I guess my name is on the business. So it was very cool to get the entrepreneurial awards, which, I wasn't used to that. It was always comedy or acting. And so I won Best B Film Actress, but I never.
Oh my goodness! Well, you recently won an award by Cosmopolitan, right?
Yes,
that's exciting.
That was really cool. Cosmo named it's part of the Abra line, our strapless bandeau, which is a strapless bra, the best strapless bra. And I didn't solicit them. All of a sudden, I got this congratulations from them, and then it was in the magazine. It was in their, online, and then they had all these bloggers talking about it, and it was so awesome. So that's a cool award.
Yeah, that's very cool. Because if there is one product that they need to change, strapless, right? Why?
Strapless.
Why do? No,
they don't work.
They don't.
They really don't work. That's why the seamless, because it hugs you.
And
it
you
works.
want that,
And we are actually working on, right now it's a bandeau shape and that it's straight across, but we are developing so it'll be more of a sweetheart neckline. Very hard. So people think that the bra business is one of the hardest businesses to do, because a regular bra, like an underwire bra, has over 100 pieces in it if you were to dissect it and pull everything across. So think about it, a couple of washes, it's not going to stay the same. So I love working with some of these new products and new textiles like Seamless, or this new one that I just aired as my Today Special on HSN, which is called the Invisible Body Bra, and it is bonded together, and it's a fabric, it's 25% spandex and nylon. So, a lot of my bras aren't structured, but I love my millennials most of the time. Because no. Well, the age group of the millennials, they're like, I want bralettes. Right. I don't want these structured, I want to be comfortable. But yet I had been doing that basically, but except with shape to them, and using textiles that are still more than just like a little, the cute little V's. I mean, bralettes really don't do anything.
Yeah. Right.
So, but I love the category I'm in of comfort bras. And people say, well, just give you support. Well, most of our bras they're going to give you some support. I mean, if I went without it would be scary, but they're not meant to be push-up bras. But I like that category because I feel like most of our lifetime in the day, we don't need that. At nighttime, but that sexy night.
Yeah.
That's right.
But, so I like being in the category of comfort for women. And,
well, I'll say too, I have on the tank.
Oh.
And I actually wore it to a workout class.
That's cool.
I wore it to a cycle class. I didn't wear any. I didn't need any bra underneath.
No.
And it was
Is that
incredible.
the body bra? Is that the new?
This is the
seamless.
It's a seamless tank.
Yeah.
Wow, I love the seamless tank.
Yes. So
I'm addicted to
I don't need anything else.
No, I know.
Because it has the built-in.
It does.
Yeah.
It's actually the bra. So that I'm addicted to that particular. It's like one of my top
incredibly
5 products.
comfortable.
I love camisoles. I just like
Yes.
feeling. So I wear them a lot. So we build off the bra, build off the new body bra. We have a camisole of that. So I love my category.
You look so content.
Yeah.
I am.
You're glowing.
you
you
are.
just are comfortable where you are.
I am, and that's kind of the problem. Not the problem, but that's why I don't like to do stand up. Like, I feel like you still have to have a certain drive. I don't have that drive. I love being funny, and I love making speeches in front of people, but I don't have the drive to get up to write. I am content, but I want to keep developing new products and staying ahead of the pack. That's exciting. And I have a great design team right across the street from HSN, which is really cool. And they're actually making me my gown for the SPCA gala, which I'm excited because they do that kind of stuff too. We don't do it for a living, but my designers can make anything. So
That's
I use
some good designers then. If you're doing dresses and they're helping with your entire lingerie world.
Yes,
you know,
I know, it's so exciting.
cool.
I love it, and I love my animals and Van.
and Van and her husband.
And he lets me do my thing, and for the most part, we need to probably take a few more breaks than we do, but other than that, it's all good.
So what's new? What's coming up next? What can we expect from the line and outside? Any more books coming?
Well, at the moment, not another book. At the moment, it took almost 2 years to do the book, and I did it with love. And I'm not saying I won't do one, because I love to do one for women's body image, because I think we all struggle with that. And so I'd love to do that, and a lifetime of dieting, which never works because I love food as well.
Yes.
And wine. That's part of it too. I don't know when that happened, but after 19 years of marriage, just all about women, and I would like to do that. But at the moment, no, I'm just really content. I think just developing my line and staying in my lane a little bit, because I've gotten out of my lane. And what I mean by that is I drive Van crazy. I'm like, because I want to do red carpet gowns. So we did that. We actually went to the Oscars and wardrobe some people one year, because we have this incredible talent at our office. And he goes, and that cost a lot. He's the businessman.
He's bringing you back.
He's the business. He brings me back. Brings me back. So I kind of I want to do this and I want to be there. And so that's where actually our relationship really is good, because I do have I respect him for his business knowledge, and I'm like crazy idea person. But right now I am good. I'm good with doing community work, raising money. I'm getting involved with Go Red for Women and Heart, and I've done American Cancer Society, and I love the SPCA. So I like that, and I'm on a couple of boards, but I don't really like the boards because I don't really like the meetings as much as just making it happen. Right. I like to work alone. Like right now, I have a committee of about 30, and they drive me crazy, although I love them all. Van goes, I've never seen a meeting. They're at my house, and I'm like, he goes, I've never seen a meeting where you serve wine. I go, we women get more done with wine. I don't know. Because you're very loud. Yeah, we're very loud.
It's a good meeting. We need to meet with you.
But listen, we're making a lot of money, so it's all good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where do you draw inspirations from?
They just pop up. I have dreams still.
Do you?
I do. I do. And then I don't look at other people's lines, but I want to be out there in front. So we do work with my factories and what's new in textiles, because the textiles that we're using now weren't available 17 years ago. I mean, I started with boning and hooks and eyes and zippers. I'm like, I would never produce some of the things that I brought to HSN in the very beginning. Although that panty was the first product. Of course, we've made it even better, but it was the first product I ever did on air. And my customers will not let me get rid of it. I've actually tried to sneak it away. They're like, where is that panty?
I need some new panties.
They need that. So it's not hard. And I read a lot. I try to stay up on everything. I listen to podcasts. I read. I'm just read a lot of stuff. So I draw inspiration, and I listen to young people a lot. I have a lot of young people that work for us, and a lot of people feel like, oh, I know more than them. I don't feel that way, because they have great ideas, and so I get my inspiration from my young people that work. We're a lot of females with big mouths. Yeah, and I listen to all of them, and also my ladies on air. I mean, they will call or Facebook or tweet and say, I don't like this, or I do like this. And when they don't like something, it drives me crazy. Like, I have to fix it. And if they do like it, then we just make more of those, or just,
it's important to get feedback too.
I think, but a lot of people, are really funny about it. They don't want feedback. I do. I want feedback. I want to know if it's good or bad, or why it works for you or why it doesn't. In any part of my life, I like constructive criticism, but a lot of people get really weird about it. But I'm like, give it to me. I can handle it. I'm Teflon now.
Yeah, you're tough.
Years. It takes years to get
like
that.
skin, right?
So how long have you been in St. Pete, did you say?
We started coming here in 2003.
Okay.
And then we moved here in 2006.
Okay, because I have kind of a funny story.
Okay, yeah.
My mom actually was here, I think it was the early 90s, but she, in the bunny days, was here at a club.
Oh, why?
Yeah. And I was like, I wonder.
Was
I have
she a
to
bunny?
go back. She was a bunny. She was a co-therapist.
Your mom, Mary.
My
your
mom. I know. Shout out to my mom.
I need to see that photo. Okay.
Yeah.
I was in Playboy many times in my life, but a couple of times sans clothes, but a bunch of times with clothes. And that's what it talked about. One of the things that started my career was Playboy, because Playboy came through New Orleans. This is when I was a teenager, 19. And my modeling agency said, "Are you interested?" And I'm like, I'm always interested in everything. Because I'm curious. And I went to go meet the photographer, and I said, "I know I'm wasting your time showing him my book because I'm not going to take off my clothes." He goes, "Well, it was Girls of the New South," and he goes, "We always shoot some people with clothes for these layouts back then, and some without." He goes, "I'd love to shoot you. That doesn't mean it'll end up in the newspaper. I mean, in the magazine, it's going to be the editor." So we go out to this plantation outside of New Orleans. And I had, of course, every New Orleans girl has those antebellum Scarlett O'Hara gowns with the hoop skirts. And I pose in that, and I pose with my hands across my shoulder with the curls. And I mean, I'm talking like right out of like Old South. And nothing is showing, nothing. I mean, because it shows up in the magazine. I got $275. Wow. I was in college.
Too cool.
I was queen of something called the Floral Trail Society. That wasn't a pageant. It was something that my parents had gave $1,500 for me to reign over the parks, and it was a faux debutante thing.
Right.
Okay. That's it wasn't debutante, but it was one of those kind of things. And the Floral Trail Society dequeened me.
Oh,
even though my parents had paid $1,500, which was a lot of money back then.
That is back then, yeah.
And because of the picture, it came out in Playboy. So the guy who was the president of the Floral Trail Society was running for office. And my sister, who's also naughty, says, "You should run against him." That's how I ended up running for office in New Orleans. I ended up taking it seriously and really getting involved. But in the beginning, it was just to get back at this guy who took my title away. That became a lawsuit. It became... Now, if this would have been in the days of social media, it would have been blown up. It was across UPI, girl taken, title taken away because clothes picture came out in Playboy. But that spearheaded a lifetime of a relationship with Playboy. They wrote about me every time I did anything. They asked me to do women. I actually brought them Women of Comedy, which I did. Then I did Up All Night with Rhonda, which was a funny layout, a few less clothing. And then for years, I had a relationship with Hef and went to the parties. I was never a playmate. Yeah. I was a bunny for 2 weeks at the Playboy Club. But wait, ready? I was bad at counting change, and I was afraid to tell. Back then, they didn't have
machines and stuff.
Yeah. That's why Van is better with numbers.
He does the money.
So I quit, and then the bunny mother, I ran into her 10 years later. She goes, "I just would have made you a door bunny. You were great." So, and it was actually a big honor back then to do a lot of actresses.
Yeah, she did the little waitress, or she just brought cocktails.
Do you know I still have the book that told you how to do the bunny dip? I have to tell you that Playboy.
Can you do it?
Yeah, can you?
Oh, no, you got to
I'll do it when
you
later on.
Stand up. Okay.
But you can't, you have to bend from your knees, because you had to serve almost over your back shoulder.
What?
Because you couldn't bend over. They didn't want
I hurt
you to
my knee
bend
playing
over.
tennis. I can't do it, but you can teach Mary how to do it.
But I have to tell you, Playboy was great. They were very respectful of women. I mean, and Hef was an amazing guy. Not what anybody ever thought. Perhaps of the connotation of Playboy, and they were very helpful in my career. And they did spearhead a lot of the things that I did along the way, and a lot of the relationships that I had. So I have nothing to. So again, you use everything in your life.
Yeah,
I'd love to talk about the grotto one day, but
never did. I showed Van the grotto.
Did you?
I showed Van the grotto. So I never.
Mansion.
Yeah. So I got to take Van there, and when you took even when we got married, you always had to send pictures if you were bringing a guy. Easy to get a girlfriend in. But you still had to send a picture of the girl because Playboy would invite you. But if you're going to take a friend, you still have to, send a picture, make whatever. So even with a guy, it was a big deal. I'm like, he's my husband. Still a big deal. Anyway, we got him in. We were newlyweds. I show him the grotto. And and we were watching some things going on in there, but we weren't part of that. But anyway,
that's part 2. The podcast.
I don't know if it was like so. Maybe back in the 70s and 80s it was crazier, but I'm glad that I got to see part of that era because it's completely gone now.
Yeah,
and it was. I got to see part of old Hollywood before it is very different. Very different.
Very
now.
different. Yeah. Gosh, this has been
so much fun.
I knew it was going to be just like this.
Just crazy.
Up all night, up all day. We're with you at HSN all the time. The panty parties are off the chain at HSN.
No, can we please tell HSN that I want to do a show from a bed? Wouldn't that be so fun? Like a slumber party like I did up all night. It's not naughty.
So that's what we need.
Fun. I think we need to do that. It's just so relaxed.
It is so fun.
Girls sitting around.
Cozy couch.
I know. A cozy couch. Or just like a big slumber party with a lot of pillows.
I love that.
I know.
Where do we
Sign
know?
us up.
Where's the phone? All right, we'll get on that.
Call whoever. Call the boss.
You've got all the power. You're the girl boss. You're like the original girl boss. Not original. That sounds like you're 100 years old. But you know what I mean? Like you've paved the way for so many of us
to
sweet. Kind of be leaders in
you can be a leader and you can be a gentle leader as well and listen. And that's my thing is I have to be gentle and a happy leader. And then I want all my employees and people that I work with to say good things. Hey, maybe there's always someone disgruntled, but we have a good time. It's like it's a family relationship. It's Shear Enterprises is the name of the company. It goes under Rhonda Shear, but I love it. It's completely different because I was walking in and I say, I'm not good at this stuff because I came from acting and I'm not good at being the bad guy. Yeah, Man, you be the bad guy.
Right. Yeah, you make him do it.
We have a good relationship, so I say, just be real and keep it sexy.
Yeah. I love that.
Yes, we need to put that on the wall somewhere.
Are there any exclusives? Anything coming up that we can share?
Oh, there's always great stuff in my line right now. We are really focusing on intimates. We've always done a little apparel because I like pieces that go here and there, but we have some really cool technology that's coming out, and you'll just have to wait and see. And the new strapless version, which will be more of a heart-shaped version. I always want to keep it new and fresh, and I always want to have, because I understand when you can't find your favorite lipstick or you can't, I want to have my, the pinup collection that people love. I mean, they're like, I've had it 12 years. I'm like, okay, I know what's really great about my line is lasts and lasts, but I think it's time to get rid of it. Some new stuff in your life.
There's new stuff coming back.
No, I love my ladies and I love my feedback, and I want to hear from everybody.
Well, we love
Follow
you.
me.
We love you.
Follow you all over social media. You can subscribe below. Rhonda Shear, what a pleasure. We hate for the time.
You girls are amazing.
So
you girls are
fun.
fun.
Goodness.
Sitting here in your panties and underwear doing this podcast.
Panty party.
Love
So
it.
cute.